Okay, so the overall theme here is the King of Wands in the reverse position. This is something that you're dealing with for this month in your love sector, okay? The King of Wands in the reverse position is a little bit of a flake out energy. It's somebody who overextends his or her time, and it's somebody that makes promises that they can't really deliver, okay? In the mundane sense, this is somebody who's greatly, like, they have a lot of physical, sexual energy, and they they're a king, so they're very strategic. They might know how to sweet talk, they might know how to charm, they might know how to get exactly what they need to get from the other person by saying what the by like adopting the personality, or by charming, or by like convincing the other person that they are a specific way, so that they can get whatever it is from the other person. This is something that is it's very, very passionate, but it burns out very quickly. So you might be swept off your feet by this person. You might be the one that's exhibiting the qualities. But I do feel it's something that starts out like in a, a burst of passion, and then it dwindles out, and it can be quite unreliable. Okay. So this is like unbridled passion, feeling very, very, riled up about another person, good or bad, and feeling very passionate about another person. In the challenge position, we do have the Chariot in the reverse. And showing up as the challenge position, it basically means two separate entities that are not working harmoniously together as a unit. We do have, the Chariot is pulled by the two horses. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, they're different colors. So one is like dark, and one is white, and they both indicate like basically the good and the bad side of us, like the things that we want in order to for ourselves, versus the things that we need to do in order to work together as a unit. So these are like two opposing energies, or disparate energies, trying to work together harmoniously in order to advance forward. Okay. And I do feel with this situation, there's a lot of stop go energy permeating across your romantic sector. So you're dealing with someone who blows like really, really hot, and then all of a sudden they retreat. So I feel like you're getting a lot of mixed signals from another person, or just circumstantially, you're not able to express yourself, your drive, your ambition, all this sexual energy. You're not finding an outlet for it, okay? So that's what I'm feeling for some of you. The center of the spread here, excuse me, we do have the Empress. And the Empress, this is it's femininity, but I feel that this is a card that embodies beauty, okay? Um you can be male or female. When the Empress shows up in your spread, it basically means you have really, really intense and immense power of attraction. So I feel that it's in the upright position. So you have a lot of suitors, you have a lot of people that are vying for your attention, and I feel that your standards are very, very high. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having high standards. I definitely feel that you're kind of like scoping around the territory. You've got a little bit of a bird's eye view, and you're kind of like standing up on a pedestal looking at the environment, just to see where you want to walk, who you're trying to walk towards, and how you are, like, who you really want to be with. So I definitely feel that a lot of options are made available to you. I feel a lot of options are made available, and you know that. You know that as well. So you know that, you can get with whoever it is that is still in your midst, okay? What's really coming through here? We do have the Justice card and the Five of Cups. The Justice card is showing up in the reverse, which basically means that in the past, there might have been a situation that was very, very imbalanced, and that might have been some residual lingering like legal issues that is still not resolved, okay? The Empress deals with motherhood, so a lot of you, there might be some issues about wanting to be very, very selective about who you're dating, mainly because there might be children in the picture. You are a little bit more careful about who you let into your life, because you don't want negative influences to surround your children. Others of you, it might be, like, I feel that you're getting good attention. I feel like you're getting really good attention, but you're looking for more people who are somewhat like in the same alignment, who are in alignment with your same goals, your same needs, okay? So I feel like you're putting a stop to things if they've been blowing really, really heavy, but you don't really see long-term potential. I feel that you're putting an end to it. You're reclaiming the situation, and you're basically reclaiming your power, but also you're the one in charge of steering it along, like to either stop it or to um, allow it to move forward, okay? The Justice card is linked up here with the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is overcoming sadness and regrets when it deals with another person, when it pertains to another person. So you might have had a very long-standing love affair with another person from your past that you're not completely over, and I feel like it has taken you a lot of time, a lot of dating in order to get yourself to the point where you're just like, you know what, I'm a very good catch, and I don't feel like I need this past person in my life, so I'm going to let that go. So you are overcoming past sadness, past regrets. You're having faith in life again. You're in a really, really good environment to start dating again. And you're in a good space where you're going to be able to attract a lot of good things your way. What I'm also feeling is, again, be really careful about pregnancy, because we do have the Empress and the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, this is like heavy, heavy sexual energy, okay? It's feeling, like both of these cards indicate conception to me as well. So just be careful about that. If that's something that's not planned or that's something that you don't want, just protect yourself accordingly, okay? The other aspect here that's showing up is the Seven of Wands as well as the Two of Wands. Let's talk about the Seven of Wands first. It's showing up in the reverse position. The Seven of Wands is a situation where we are not standing up for ourselves. It's next to the Justice card in the reverse position. So I definitely feel like somebody was feeling overpowered in a relationship, okay? They don't agree with the other person, but they're like maintaining peace and harmony by not pushing, not wanting to discuss these important topics, or not even bringing up trigger topics because they're afraid to upset their partner. Someone is like acquiescing so much that they're losing a sense of their identity, and their sense of personal space, personal freedom, personal identity is corroding as a result of being in a relationship where they can't really express themselves because they fear, they fear reprisal from the other person. And I feel like it's like wanting to bend over backwards to accommodate another person at the expense of your own self. And this was something that happened in the past, and I feel like it was very, very problematic. What's coming through here is we do have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is mirroring the Seven of Wands. The Two of Wands in this deck, I do feel it's like sailing away from a situation, a way of doing in the past that didn't really serve us well, and we're moving onward. We are still thinking about the past. We're trying to extract lessons from it, and we're trying to see, like, here's what happened. How can I make this situation better for myself? So I feel like for a lot of you, you have suitors if you're single, and I feel most of you might be. You have a few suitors that you're thinking about, but I feel like no one is really, standing out, or no one is like really, really outstanding in your periphery right now, because you're still stuck on somebody from the past. It was a significant relationship. You realize that it was not entirely healthy. You lost that sense of personal freedom, and you lost that ability to think and live for yourself, and you lost that sense of a little bit of your identity as a result of being in that relationship with the other person. And I feel like you've come to this sense of awareness. You are trying to move forward, and you're trying to find a partner that embodies all of these qualities that you're looking for, like good qualities that you've either written down, trying to manifest into your life. But either way, I do feel that you're in the process of searching, okay? For others of you who are in committed relationships, I definitely feel pregnancy. I definitely feel as well finally extracting yourself from ex situations, clearing up karmic debt with a relationship, like a relationship partner, a spouse, or something like that, concerning finances, concerning children, moving past it, reclaiming your power, and trying to move on. So I feel a lot of people who are single and newly dating, as well as people who just remove themselves from a really toxic environment, like a toxic divorce or something like that. And dating is really not on your agenda just yet, but fertility is really, really high for this month. So keep that in mind. Just be careful. What I'm also getting here in terms of your advice cards, we do have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups usually is indicates a little bit of gossip, a little bit of a meddlesome third party that is involved in your environment. It can be via coworkers, bosses, people and their, ex-spouses that they might have children together and they're still talking to each other because they have to maintain that link for the children. So I definitely see some type of that coming through. I don't feel it's like sneaking around or anything like that, but I do feel like jealousy and a little bit of hostility, resentment coming through from exes, from your end or from their end or from family members as well that might not be truthful. Okay, but I do feel heavy father energy and mother energy coming through. Like if you're seeing somebody who is a father or a mother and they have children from a previous entanglement, I do sense something like that being a major source of contention between you and the other person. Your advice here with the Four of Swords basically indicates that I definitely feel if you have been dealing with some type of like a negative relationship, they're telling you this is a really good month for you to get out there and date. And you're going to be in a position where you're very well received. You might have multiple opportunities to date, multiple people that you can potentially date. And I do feel this is a card that comes up and it serves as a little bit of a warning because you're an air sign and this is an air suit. It's basically telling you that you have a lot of options on your plate, okay? You literally have a lot of options. And it's telling you to like, don't overextend your time and don't overexert yourself because I do feel that you might drop the ball. You might be a little bit caught under the weather, okay? And caught in compromising situations. So just be very careful about that. We have this, stop-go energy at the very beginning, which is like your overall theme, which basically means that you might make plans with someone, right? And then there's going to be stall communication. There's going to be vehicle problems or things like that that prevents you both from meeting one another. So they're saying, like, don't assume the worst, okay? Don't just say, oh, this person stood me up and they're playing me for a fool. Don't do that because I do feel Mercury in retrograde periods are when transportation issues become the most prominent. So I do feel you want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So don't automatically assume that the other person is like yanking your chain, leading you on, playing you along. But if it happens more than once, then it's a lesson learned. But just try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt because I feel like you're in a really good space and people do want to get to know you and to be involved with you. Okay, so keep yourself open-minded for that. Open-minded in that regards when it comes to new people. When it comes to existing people, what I feel is happening here is that you're getting a lot of warning signs. You're getting a lot of signals, okay? So this is a card about spiritual ascension, rising in vibration, rising in our consciousness so that we are getting like intuitive messages from the universe to steer us in the right direction. When it shows up in the reverse position, it basically means like not getting enough rest, not getting enough sleep, burning the midnight oil, and overextending ourselves and thinking that we've got everything under control. So just be really careful about this. A lot of the times when we are constantly rushing, breezing through life, when we can't sit still and have a open and honest and clear conversation with ourselves, it basically means that we're not able to allow the spiritual messages to come through. And I feel one of the reasons that the messages are trying to come through for this month is that I feel you are dealing with somebody and you might be in a social setting, for example, and you might not know the people that you're interacting with really well. And then all of a sudden you're hearing like, in background noise that, so-and-so was here that night, and then you realize that, you know, the person that you were dealing with was like not where they're supposed to be. So I feel something like that, something very serendipitous, something that is very fated as well. You're you are where you need to be so that you're getting the information that you have been wondering about. Okay, so there's something coming in here, and it's indicating that to me, and it's indicating to me that you've been getting warning signs for the past 4 months, and I feel that you held on because you're just like, I'm gonna try to make this work, and it's telling you that there's something else better for you. And I feel like for the past 4 months you might not have heeded the warning signs, and it's coming in loud and clear that there is something off about this situation, and you're going to have to rectify. So that means whatever insights is coming through, I'm going to say this, whatever information that came through about a relationship partner, about a situation, you are going to have to sit with it, and you're going to have to re-examine it, because it's coming through in a time that is very crucial for you to do some reorganization, to do some reorienting of your life, your goals, and your priorities. And I do feel that you're going to have to, you know, run with it and to incorporate it into your everyday life so that you can become just a better person. And so that you can be like conscious about which direction you want to head in. Okay. So I do feel some important information coming in for this month. I feel that you're very, very well received on the social scene. I do see a little bit of jealousy as well coming in from other people. I do feel you have very strong protection as well. Very strong fertility that's coming through, fertile energy, and a really, really strong sense of like standards for yourself and for other people. And I don't feel you're going to be compromising. Okay.